So apart from practicing law, that is litigation, arbitration, and corporate law, I mean, that's the practice we know in Nigeria. There are other things you can do with your law degree, other meaningful, beautiful things you can fuse with your passion to make it worth your stress that you studied law in Nigeria. So in this video, I am going to be running down several things you can do in Nigeria to fetch more money as a lawyer. The first one I want to talk about is property management. I feel a lot of lawyers are not really into this practice, particularly in Nigeria. We leave property management to certain tenants in a compound. We leave property management to surveyors, to all other persons but us. But as a lawyer, trust me, you have first-hand information, you have audience in court to represent all matters emanating from property management and all sorts of rights, knowledge and privileges, particularly if you live in cities in Nigeria like Abuja, Lagos and Port Harcourt. Property management fetches you a lot of money, so you might want to look into that and study it properly before you actually decide that you want to go into law, into property management. But trust me, as a lawyer, property management is very good for your career and very another key thing, I think actually this is my favorite point, is to key into the technology world. Please, people, technology is not just for sharing fun information and watching what your friends and enemies are doing or what your mentors are doing. You can do so many things with technology. There are friends you have that can make websites, that can create apps. I mean, what do you think you can do for the law profession in Nigeria? For example, Law Pavilion. Law Pavilion has pioneered something very, very wonderful. I wouldn't call it, I don't know if to call it pioneering, because I know of Nigeria Lee, but Law Pavilion has taken it to the next level and they are making serious cash and serious money by uploading judgments online for everyone to use. Judges use it, lawyers use it, SANs, people of all timber and caliber use this. And to use it, you need to be subscribed to their platform. And last I checked, it's 3,000 naira every year. I mean, if 30 people pay 3,000 naira to subscribe to something in order to use it every year, that is quite some money. And I know it's just not 30 people, because everybody in Nigeria is online. Okay, nobody wants to be looking at a book and copying cases to cite in your written address. It's, you just want to maybe copy and paste and keep it rolling so you can finish up with your job easily. That is obviously what technology is about. So that's another key thing that is fetching people money these days. With your law degree, you can come up with something that definitely will help your that will definitely help the law practice. And I'm very sure many Nigerians and many people worldwide are willing to pay for to know that you can be a legal consultant. Before persons come in to do businesses in Nigeria, you definitely know that there are certain laws that guide foreigners or aliens when they want to carry out businesses in Nigeria. So you could be a legal consultant, okay? You can be the one that people always ask questions before they do things, particularly foreigners. It might not always be a foreigner, but just someone trying to venture into some aspect of business, kind of bridge that is making sure that they are keeping to the dictates of the law. They are not breaking the law in whatsoever aspect. Trust me, people are willing to pay to make sure that they are on the right path of law. Nobody wants to break the law and then have to face the consequences of either imprisonment or payment of fines. So being a legal consultant can be very lucrative if you have the law degree. Another thing people don't really cast their minds to is the mass communication world. With your degree, you are most likely going to give the news when it comes to things that concern legal matters, much better than someone that didn't study law. You know the terms to use, because a term in law could mean something else in the basic English language, and definitely you need a lawyer to decipher these things and give the appropriate news and properly give a public opinion or tell the public the meaning of these things, so that they don't begin to look at something the wrong way when the law actually meant it in this other way, because terminologies in law are quite different from what we speak on a day-to-day basis. So it fetches you fame, which is important to some people, and it fetches you connection. I mean, when people see you doing certain things for a certain amount of time, there's this kind of trust, you know. I mean, who don't you trust Christian Amampo on CNN after watching her all these years? You're most likely to give some sort of contract to her to carry out than someone you haven't really been seeing his or her face doing something for quite some time and has been consistent with such a thing. So you as a lawyer can venture into the legal mass communication aspects. My next point would be to sell law apparels. I have once tried this. I once tried it in the university, because let's just be honest. These manufacturers sometimes do not really know the depicted uniform for lawyers to wear. Yeah, there are so many so many outfits for lawyers to wear, but do they really stick with the guidelines of our legal statutes, you know, or our laws that control our dressing in the for the legal practitioners in Nigeria? So you can key into manufacturing or the sale, but I would rather say manufacturing, because you will have to do the picking out of the materials, you would have to do with the style, you would have to deal with all sort of things, so that you would make sure that they fit into the dictates of what a Nigerian lawyer should wear. So you can go into apparel manufacturing, either for the people in the undergraduate level or people in law school. So apparel manufacturing for lawyers is another aspect of thing you can venture into with your degree, and I'm very sure you're going to do very well if you venture into that. Next point would be to work for law firms online. There are so many law firms that do not have persons in certain areas in the country. So they need contracts drafted or certain things to be done for them that your law degree obviously will give an edge over certain other degrees. You can key into that, and I'm sure that will be very obviously. It's like working for someone, just that you are not in the same location with the person. So go online and search for things you can do: reviewing contracts, drafting constitution, drafting all kinds of things that people need these services and are willing to pay for. So go online and see how you can work for people doing anything you know that this degree will afford you the opportunity to produce the best results. I mean, remember, if you've checked my channel, I've created videos on how to deal with queries with CAC, how to register a business name. I mean, CAC could see that video someday and employ me to teach Nigerians how to use the website in other aspects. Okay, they can pay me, they can begin to pay me to explain to every other person, you know, what the commission actually does. You know, they could bring out something and then pay me to teach everyone how to use it and all of that, to review it, like do a specification review, just like reviewing a phone or reviewing an app and all the things you can do with the app. So a lot of people are paying for these things, reviews, writing articles for certain things that are done online. So you might as well want to key into that. I am sure you'll find it very lucrative and not very time consuming and stressful. Another thing I don't think much people have actually thought about is running a bailiff company. There are so many processes that are filed every day in different courts in Nigeria, and usually service is a problem, you know, organizing the bailiffs in the court to do the service, or if you do not have bailiffs in your law firm to carry out these services, you can open one. I mean, with time, if you remain consistent and trusted with your service, you can actually be called upon to do these services. And now we have Google Maps everywhere. We have things to aid finding offices of other legal practitioners, or parties to a suit that you perhaps want to serve with processes. So you can sort of be the bridge or gap to these law firms or law courts that need to serve processes. And I'm sure if you're very consistent and you're very diligent, you most likely are going to succeed. And as a lawyer, you obviously know the things associated with service, how fundamental and very important it is to serve parties, and you know how important it is to get the service copies and serve it back to the court, and how to make sure proof of service is correctly effected and all of that. That is what the degree affords you the opportunity to know. So you can run a bailiff service company, and I'm sure it's going to do just fine. The next number will be teaching. So many people look down on this profession, but trust me, teaching not only enlightens your students or whoever it is you're tutoring or teaching, but it also enlightens you. It keeps you on your feet, because you know you are going to teach someone else something, and you want the person to know things well and pass well and have first-hand recent information. You have to also know that thing yourself. I mean, you nemo that quad non habit. You cannot give what you not have. A lot of people are ready to pay online and offline to get certain knowledges about something. You can key into any of that. There is super off. The super off, that's online teaching, where students come to find teachers in all sorts of fields and professions in Nigeria. Or you could do offline. You might know someone about to take exams in school, particularly in this COVID era where students are being rushed into the exam hall in order to meet up with time that they might have taken away from them due to the COVID lockdown and all of that happened last year. So you can find someone around your neighborhood, someone online. So many students are willing to learn, and their parents or they themselves are willing to pay for those services. So you might want to key into that in order to help yourself with practice and help yourself make money. So that's all I have for the various things you can do with your law degree in Nigeria. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs it up, share it to people you know would help. It would help, and don't forget to subscribe to my. Don't forget to leave comment in the comment section to let other people know the various things they can do with their law degree that I obviously didn't cover, because I do not know all, and I'm willing to learn from there too. So please don't forget to leave comment in the comment sections, and don't forget to ask me questions. I am willing to answer every question that you throw at me. I'm willing to even make a video for you if you ask for it. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.